All right. Welcome back. I know we've been having a few technical errors, but hey, that's the life of an online entrepreneur. So while I have you guys here gathering, I'm just going to have my special guest speaker coming on board. But today we're going to be covering some ninja IG strategies, Instagram. Okay, now I'm not the Instagram expert, but I got buddies who are. And I'm really excited to introduce to you my good friend, Ben. He's been able to make a full-time career using just Instagram. And this is a very, very exciting strategy because it's newbie friendly. And I'm really passionate about helping the absolute new person. You got no technical skills, no marketing budget, no following, right? How can someone like that get started online, right? And truly get into profit, right? Creating a profitable online business in just a matter of days. And I know that might be kind of hard for you guys to conceptualize at first, but that's the whole point of doing this live, okay? Is to kind of break down some of the paradigms that you might have around what it takes to create a successful business online, and what better way to hear that from the people that have already made it. So drop a comment down below. Let me know where are you from. See if you can invite me. Oh, I don't know if I can. Okay. Let me see. Request to be in. Okay, let's see if this works. No. Okay, so how do I? You guys know how to help me out here. How can I send an invitation to somebody to be a part of my live broadcast? Add viewers. Okay. I can add viewers, Ben. But I don't know if I can add speakers. Let's see. I just sent you an invitation. Let me know if you receive it. We'll get this going. Where there's a will, there's always a way. Sometimes the universe tests you to see, you know, when you really want something, you might throw a couple obstacles at you first and see if you can still persist through it. Add viewers to your broadcast. You know what, Ben? Like when I'm clicking you, I'm not able to add you for some reason, and I'm thinking maybe it's because you're not on your phone, because you're doing it from your laptop, right? Do you guys know? Help me out here. Okay. Do you guys know how can you send an invitation to somebody if they while you're on your live broadcast? Change live audio solution. Just give me a moment, guys. Okay, so Ben says, okay. So what do I do? This is funny, right? You gotta have some humor when it comes to this kind of stuff. Oh, Ben, I can add you. I can add you. I did it. I think I did it. Can you believe that I'm so not a techie person, and somehow I've been able to create an online business? I don't know how. This is why I really like helping like absolute newbies, because I was there and I suck at this technical stuff. Yet somehow I've been able to create a full-time income just online. Right now, what's happening is I'm just adding Ben online. I think he's gonna pop on any minute now. Pretty funny though, not gonna lie. If you do that, it should stop echoing and I can use my phone. All right. Ben, it says it's adding you, so I think it's just loading. Worst case scenario, I'll go grab my really good headphones and see how we can make sure that we have no background noise and all that. It says it's adding you, so I think it's...
I'm trying for my phone again. Is it still echoing? Yep.
Yeah. You know what? Hold tight. I'm gonna go grab my headphones. My best one.
Okay.
I can be right back. You want to entertain my crowd?
What's that?
You want to entertain my crowd?
Yep, that's fine.
Too bad you're not.
All right, guys. Well, she's gonna grab her headphones. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I apologize about these errors. I got a brand new iPhone. I haven't had an iPhone before. I've gone like a decade on just Androids. So I finally upgraded, but a little bit of technical errors. So for those of you that don't know me, my company is Millionaire Mafia. I left a 9-to-5 job in the sales industry. I didn't go to college. I don't have a degree. I don't have any sort of education that says I'm qualified to say shit on paper. But I'm debt-free. I make hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. And I've helped about 45 people be able to walk away from their jobs this year. And one of the biggest problems I see with making money online is you're either relying on people, you're relying on leveraging some sort of system, or you're having to invest a lot of money paying for Facebook ads or solo ads. And we're getting into MLMs where there's a lot of scams, a lot of schemes, and it makes no fucking sense whatsoever. So I look at everybody here on Facebook, for example. You've got 2.7 billion people here on Facebook that literally the majority of them suck shit at making money online. And that's not necessarily their fault. It's because they've got a lot of assholes that think they know what they're doing, that make money off of selling shit to people, and that's what they call online business. And that doesn't allow you guys to succeed whatsoever. But there's almost 8 billion people on Earth. And when it comes to making money online, we've got 2.7 billion people on Facebook, and there's about 10 running the show. Like the same people over and over. We got Ty Lopez, we got Tony Robbins, we got Gary Vee, we got Russell Brunson, we got Sam Ovens, and that's about fucking it. That's it. It's so small. All I see are a whole bunch of people with shiny penny syndrome going from the one thing that didn't work to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. And they look back 5 years ago, and then they're in the same damn place with the same debt. They're not making any more money. They failed at a million things. They've lost the motivation. They don't trust anybody, and nothing works. So I saw all of that bullshit, and I looked at everybody failing. Like 4% of people make money online. So I looked
like a couple $100.
Yeah, like that's it. 4% of people make money online, and like the majority of that are people that are only making a couple $100 per month, which obviously isn't scalable. So when I left my job, I looked at that. I'm like, okay, learning experience here. Like, I'm going to quit my job. Don't do what 96% of people are doing. Okay, what are they doing? All right, well, they don't stick with something long enough. Okay, they don't lose motivation. So what did I learn there? Okay, stick with something till it pays off, and don't lose motivation. So whatever it takes, just don't lose motivation, and don't bounce from one thing to the other thing to the other thing to the other thing. And then I saw all of these affiliate marketing schemes, MLMs, Ponzi schemes. We've got 10 levels deep. Our payout plan is like this, and for every fucking $1 you put in, you're gonna make 100. Like, fundamentally, none of us should fall for that shit because it doesn't make sense. Like, the laws of mathematics can't bend. And so I wanted to provide a way for all of these people that are failing at making money online, a way to do it. And I assume that many people are starting off in the same position that I was in, which was debt, no money in savings, a lot of bills, a lot of obligations, very little time, and like just the odds against me. So I take that into consideration, and I look at, okay, if you don't have a whole lot of money and you failed at a lot of different things and you've tried basically anything and everything under the sun that doesn't freaking work, like, what makes this different? So I want to talk to you guys about an online business model that makes complete sense, that you can do from your phone, which every single one of you has because you're watching this. You have a phone or a tablet or a computer, and you don't even need your own Wi-Fi. Like, use Starbucks or use the fucking car dealership next to you. I don't care. You don't need your own Wi-Fi, okay? Like, you can steal other people's Wi-Fi, and this will still work. So what that is essentially is using Instagram to develop an online business, okay? You don't need to be some sort of celebrity. You don't have to have a butt the size of Nicki Minaj. You don't have to be fucking David Beckham with sleeves and tattoos and $8,000 worth of tattoos on each arm and literally be like a British fucking sex icon. You don't need to do that. So if you're blind, if you're deaf, if you have an IQ of 26, which is humanly impossible, this will work for you. I have 11 people that are in Australia that are 11 years old doing this, and I've got an 86-year-old rancher in Texas doing this that I had to teach how to use a cell phone. So like the 24 of you on here, you don't have an excuse. So I just want to go into that. And Yulia, cut me off if you have any questions or like anything like that.
Yeah.
Go over first. Like, cut me off.
So
I'm really passionate about helping the absolute newbie. And a lot of them don't have skills. They don't have a marketing budget. They don't have a following. And there's a lot of limiting beliefs around succeeding online. So if I were someone that came up to you and said, listen, I don't have any skills, I want to start an online business, but I'm not an influencer. And that could take a long time to do that. So maybe you can help break the limiting beliefs on what it takes to create an online business. If you're brand new, you got no skills, you got no budget, and you got no following.
Okay, yeah, literally. So if you're a complete ghost and you don't exist like anywhere at all right now online, that's okay, because I would say 80 to 90% of online businesses and marketing, like it all has to do with selling. Like you have to sell, you have to sell, you have to sell, you have to sell. And a lot of people don't like that. They don't want to be on your Facebook Live. They don't want their face to be seen. They don't really want to be known. Like a lot of people don't want to put themselves out there and in front of people, vulnerable and on the spot and different things like that. And so that's fine. Like you don't need to do that with this strategy. So I'll give you sort of a little bit of a breakdown of what you're doing. Okay. So let's talk about Instagram for a second. The reason that I use Instagram to develop very sustainable and scalable online businesses, and I've done this for hundreds of people, thousands of people at this point, is because it's the most monetizable social media platform in the world. And the reason that it is, you don't hear like Drake songs talking about freaking Facebook and Twitter and Google and Tumblr. Like Drake songs are all about Instagram. Or that one song, Kiki, Do You Love Me or whatever? Like in it, it makes references to Instagram. Don't fucking start dancing, I swear to God. Like it makes references to Instagram the whole time. Everybody measures like how many followers they have, not on Facebook, but on Instagram. Like Instagram is a major focus now. And the really cool thing about this is you have so many people that are putting out amazing content, on Instagram, and you can use that content. You can leverage it. So when you have a business platform that allows you to be able to use other people's content that is already out there, you don't have to do any of the hard work. You don't have to create content. You don't have to put your face out there. You don't have to be going on Facebook Live. Like we're doing this to just convey these points to you guys. But my point is you can use other people's content. You can use a social media platform that already exists. Like the foundation and the groundwork is already there for you. And what we're simply doing is using other people's content to generate traffic and drive sales. And this works for fitness, motivation, luxury, travel, like e-commerce, brick and mortar businesses, digital, physical products. It doesn't matter. It's just simply figuring out, okay, how does Instagram work? How can I source good content on there? And then how do I post that and create engagement around that? That's like 3 steps. Like, how does Instagram work? How do I source good content? How do I post it? And then how do I generate traffic with it? So like, it's a 4-step process, and you are not relying on anybody but yourself, which is a really big deal. You're not relying on a system. You're not relying on leveraging some sort of affiliate platform. You're not relying on the MLM. And because the traffic is Instagram, you're not paying for Facebook ads, Google AdWords, solo ads, anything like that whatsoever. Like if that makes sense, guys. And Yulia, I don't know if you're typing to me or not, because I see you typing there. Okay. All right. Interject, like if you have any questions at this point.
I'm really echoey. So you're probably gonna run the whole show, man, if you're okay with that.
Okay. All right. Cool. I don't have any echoes on my end at all, so I think you're good. But guys, so that's really the premise of it. Like I'm going to leave the details for the webinar that we're going to invite you guys to, because it's an entirely free webinar that you guys are going to get access to. And it's going to take a couple hours. So you're definitely going to want to have a pen or a piece of paper. Yulia, you can just like drop your link in the comment there for everybody to click on it. But I'll go over it a little bit more. But guys, make sure that you grab this link. I think Yulia put it in the caption of this Facebook Live. And if not, just look at the comment that she just dropped in here. Click that link and make sure to register, like 100% register. It's gonna be November 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So That's 4 p.m. on the West Coast here. It's like 5 a.m. in India. I don't know what time it is in the UK, but like wake up, slam down some coffee. If you're going on a date with your wife, tell her you don't care about her that much. This matters more because then you'll be able to take her on more dates and spend more money. And if it's your husband, and if you're the one that, if you're the woman and you're the one making all the money, you just got to tell your husband, like, shut up for a second. I want to make some more money so we can do more things. You got to be on this webinar. All right. If you're sick of your 9-to-5 job, if you're sick of failing at everything, like I'm telling you, like person to person, I'm not here to sell you on anything. I'm here to help you. And I'm tired of like the same 10 people running this game because this world is small. Like I have been all the way across, like in Italy, and been talking to people about online business. And then holy shit, the person that I'm talking to, like, knows the freaking guy that builds my funnels, or like knows the guy whose house I just spoke out, because this world of making money online is so small. Like we have C tier people, we have B tier, and we have A tier. C tier is where everybody starts off. They might have a little bit of knowledge, but it's not amounting to anything. They're not able to put it together and monetize it. They're just bouncing from one penny to the next penny to the next penny. This one's a little bit shinier. This one's the shiniest. This one's kind of dull. I'm done with this one. I've lost the motivation, and now I'm on to this one. And then there's the B tier. Like we've had some success. Maybe we're making 2, 3, 4, 5,000 a month. But then when we see somebody like Gary Vee or Ty Lopez, we feel small and insignificant, like we haven't fucking done anything with our lives. And so it's all about going from that C tier to a B tier person, and from that B to an A. So like if you're watching this and you're like, okay, I'm not making any money online right now, or I'm making a little bit and I need to add to it, and I need something that is sustainable and scalable. Like I believe in making a business that you don't work for, but it works for you. Like we're on this live right now and I'm like, kid you not, I've made $1,600 in the last 15 minutes of being on here. Like I'm not kidding, because I've got my computer next to me. I made $1,600 with the same freaking strategy that you guys are going to be getting access to on this webinar. So I'm like not going to give it all to you now, because I have like a giant presentation that we've spent like a freaking decade putting together, and hours and hours and hours of time. And I want to go through that, but it's a very simple 4-step process. And just to give you guys like a little sort of sneak peek, the whole premise behind this is to get you guys through this webinar, get you involved, make sure that you have access to all of this content we're going to be giving away. And if you pay attention and you take action and you apply what we teach, there's no reason why somebody that hustles cannot be profitable within 2 weeks. We've designed this whole presentation and all the value that we're going to be dropping to allow you guys to take it if you're a complete newbie. Okay, like I don't care if you have 7 eyes or 4 ears or you're fucking blind. Like it doesn't matter. If I got to send you this in a fucking braille copy, I don't care. Okay, but like we designed a whole system for you to be able to go through and be able to turn profit within 14 days. And when we're on this webinar, you're going to start to understand why right now is so important, like why this month is so important, specifically like why the first half of this month is so important. That's why we're doing this now and not waiting. Okay, so you guys can be making money this year inside of the next couple weeks, instead of like waiting for your freaking New Year's resolutions justifying the inaction that you didn't take in 2018. So you need to get on this webinar. I know Yulia put the link in here. I freaking think I say her name wrong every single time.
No, it's good.
Yulia. I stutter. Okay, but anyways, grab the link that Yulia put in the Facebook comments on this live right here. Grab that and register. Save your spot, because there's a limited amount. Like my software only allows for 1,000 people to register and be on it, and we're already going to blow through that. So get in now. That way you save your spot. And then the next thing that you're going to want to do is block off that date, and then make sure to check your emails, because you're probably going to be receiving a bunch of emails from me, maybe from Yulia as well. It's going to have the join link and the registration link. So that way you have that, you register, and then you're on that live. Show up a few minutes early. And once again, that's going to be 7 p.m. November 9th, 7 p.m. EST. That's 4 p.m. on the West Coast here. Yulia, did I miss anything?
You're good, man. I'm a little echoey, so I'm not going to talk too much.
Okay.
But you covered it all, and I appreciate you.
That's pretty much it, guys. If anybody has questions, you can message Yulia or myself. I'm gonna go to the gym and bench press half of what everybody else does here, because we have a whole bunch of guys here that are like 250 pounds and I'm 170 and I don't bench press shit. But I'm gonna go act like I do. No, I'm good. I'm up to like I'm up to like 220 now, and I only weigh 170, so I feel like I'm doing good. But like it's crazy. There's people here that have like leggings, like dudes that wear leggings, and they got their little and everything, and like they're way too into it. And I make fun of them. I'm gonna get my ass kicked at some point here. As you guys can see, I'm a very sarcastic person, and at some point is gonna bite me in the ass. That's okay. So anyways, guys, if you have any questions, let us know. But grab that link, make sure to register, and we will see you on the webinar.
Awesome. See you guys on the webinar.
Take care.
Bye.